Carolina Herrera, Vera Wang, Ralph Lauren. They are, of course, among the most recognizable names in fashion. But what about Olga Misnikov or Alice in Paris? You won't find their names on the racks of major department stores or even boutiques. Why not? Because they are among the hundreds, if not thousands, of young designers trying to break through the storied rigors of the garment industry, a business with characters as rich and colorful as the fabrics they weave. What does it take to make it in this ultra-competitive field? We follow two truly designing women on their quest to get in and discover that the world of glamour is rife with unfashionable behavior.
In New York, it's business. Fashion is a business. So when you have a business, the first point is to make a profit. And the second point is to do whatever you want to do with fashion. And so it's a little bit tough because you have to be a businessman about it. And, designers aren't businessmen. So you have to really network and you have to kiss a lot of ass, which sucks.
Hey!
22-year-old Olga Myasnikova is an aspiring fashion designer with a lot of experience. But that is not enough. She realizes that she is one of many.
There's just so many people in New York trying to do the same thing. The whole designer kind of boom with all the celebrities having lines, and just everyone in the world now has a line. It just makes it more and more difficult for people who don't have the money and don't have the funds, just starting out of school to get noticed, really.
Olga wants to get her own line, the avant-garde Omiya Omiya, off the ground.
Hello? Just at home, draping a little bit.
But right now, she's freelancing out of her apartment, taking whatever jobs come her way. This includes private clients and weddings.
This is one of mine. I do all pretty feminine silhouettes, organic materials, really neutral colors.
Alice in Paris is an emerging designer who hopes to launch her own line of day dresses next year. She also gets by making evening gowns and wedding dresses, but it hasn't always been easy.
I had several difficult clients. Brides are notoriously difficult anyway, and you end up losing a lot of money the first couple times around. And it really takes a while to figure out your mistakes.
Both Allison and Olga are graduates of the Fashion Institute of Technology, where passion is considered crucial to a designer's success.
It's extremely competitive, as it is, so if you don't have the passion and the drive and the ambition to go out there and do what you really love, you probably won't make it.
Pam Zuckerman, a career counselor at FIT, gives sound advice to the students.
People who are famous in this industry really live it, breathe it, sleep it, eat it, and think about it 24/7.
Yeah, it's a flower bomb, a little bit kind of exploding all over her.
It's not just clothes, it's how you're presenting yourself visually. And when someone walks by, the only thing you know about them really is the way they look. So it's an important piece of our lives. So I want to do these really, really imaginative pieces that when you put on, you feel different, not just look different.
Allison's designs are neutral and organic or bold and bright. She's inspired by theatrical operas.
This is from Aida. It's a lot of more natural fabrics, really, bold colors because it's an Egyptian opera, based in Egypt.
While Olga says her designs are not exactly for everyday women.
This piece is actually called the vacuum cleaner, and it's very, very tailored piece. It's supposed to be very industrial looking, a little bit hard, a little bit tough. This is why I chose the color gray. It's called Nintendo gray, because Nintendo is this, industrial, computerized thing, and it's so inorganic and so unnatural. And so this is what this piece is about. It has all these kind of man-made curves, and it's a little bit difficult to walk in, and it has this kind of overbearing, ball shape. And it's supposed to be, kind of in juxtaposition to this other piece that you guys saw before, the red flower piece, which is a lot more feminine, and that's supposed to represent the flower bomb versus the vacuum cleaner, which sucks up flowers.
The best jobs in this industry are gotten through word of mouth.
No matter how impressive a portfolio may be, Zuckerman says that it is not what gets most designers in the door.
They're really gotten through connections in industry. And the students I have that have the greatest internships, for example, those that work at MTV in the fashion closet, or those that work for stylists, have all gotten them through word of mouth. by doing internships, by knowing people in the industry. So we really do encourage them to, network with people.
All right, cool.
You do what you can. You would network, you go out, you meet people at your job, and you hope it works out.
It has worked for Olga. While we were doing this story, she landed a job with Foley and Karina.
And I'm going to start working on Monday with Foley and Karina, which are, a great up-and-coming designer. And I'm sure a lot of you guys will, if not heard of it yet, will hear of it soon. So it's really about meeting people. I got this job actually at a fabric store where I met, sitting there waiting for a client for a wedding dress, and she was late. So I was just sitting there for a while, got to start chatting with the store manager. And, he hooked me up with his job. He said, hey, I know Dana Foley from Foley and Karina. Let's see your work. And in New York, that's really about how it works. It's all about networking.